to leave the Bulldogs. What's happening here?
Yeah, development there in the Bronson Xerri. Look, he's been seemingly unsettled all season, right? Played round 1, got dropped for round 2, and then there was talk of a release, which is a bit premature, but that situation has arisen again. Met with the Storm yesterday, flew to Melbourne, met with the Storm, has also met with the Eels. So Bronson Xerri's contracted until the end of next season. He won't be at the Dogs next year. The question is, does he move before June 30?
The great Bulldog Richie was right on this one.
Got it, Bulldog?
Because we spoke about this.
We did ages ago, yeah.
And I was pretty adamant too at the time that I didn't see Xerri staying at the club. You know, given the circumstances, they patched it up, and he eventually got back in and played really well when he came back in. But here we are again now, and it's an ongoing saga.
He's out of the side again.
He's out of the side. What do you think, Kes?
Well, but it makes sense to me because their two centres next year will be Stephen Crichton and Matt Burton. So, no, there isn't room for him. Look, we're going to see a new spine at the Bulldogs. Look, I can guarantee you there's a new 9, 7, 6 and 1. Galvin will be the 6. They need to find a 7, whether it's Conti, Mitch Woods, or they go and get one. I think Connor Tracy will move to maybe a 14 role. We'll see Carraz or someone. Like, it's literally the whole thing will be.
Well, they've also signed Freddie
will be turned over. He'll be their 9 because they don't have one at the moment.
I think he's a good signing for Melbourne, though. Melbourne short on outside backs. I mean, this weekend they got Howarth and Chan playing in the centres or named in the centres. To me, they're not even centres. Like Chan, definitely not. Yeah. Howarth has made a great fist of it, and I think he's a good centre, not a natural centre. And I think it's a real shortage for them, and he'd add a lot of value to them.
He's the type of player that goes down to Melbourne. You think about like a Chase Blair, Dane Nielsen, goes down, and Craig Bellamy gets the
Well, it's interesting both because Howarth's on the market as well. We keep hearing that he's got the ability to leave at the end of the year as well, Jack Howarth. So they might have another centre spot open up at the end of this season.
What's funny about the Jack Howarth situation, let's go back to the pre-season when Melbourne and Parramatta were doing this argy-bargy over Zach Lomax. The player that Parramatta would have taken for Zach Lomax to be released, Jack Howarth.
Yeah.
And now he's seemingly on the outer, and the two clubs are fighting over Bronson Xerri.
Before we move on, could Xerri go before June 30?
I think he could. Whether or not he does, look, there's only 6 days before June 30. Definitely won't be there next year, and I think it's a chance that he's not there beyond this week.
All right, Dogs persist with Crichton at 6 this week. Thoughts on this, Kes?
Yeah, well, look, in my opinion, he's not playing 6, he's playing 7.
Okay.
Like he played.
What do you mean by that?
He played halfback on the weekend.
Okay.
He ran the ball 3 times. He did all the organising for him. He did all the kicking. He had 15 kicks to Galvin's 5. He didn't run the ball. He played halfback. Like, I watched it really closely. He was their number 7, and Galvin played number 6, and that's how it will be next year. But obviously Stephen won't be the 7.
That's interesting, isn't it? That is really interesting.
Do we like that when his asset is his running game?
He is their best option at 7.
I think you've got to persist with it. You can't get rid of it after 1 week. You've made the change. You've got to persist with it for a while.
For how long?
Well, I don't know, Braith. I don't know what the exact time is, but I imagine pending results, pending performances, but at least a few weeks. You've got to give it a go and see how it pans out. And if it doesn't work, you flip it around again.
Does show what, like, we're sitting here, rinse and repeat, different spine for Canterbury. Like, it just shows how the state of confusion they've got themselves in over the last couple of seasons.
If we were sitting at the start of the year and we predicted this, you would have said you were crazy, honestly. Like,
Stephen Crichton at 7.
Stephen Crichton at 7.
6.
Without an injury without an injury to Matt Burton, particularly.
Yeah, and Burton's playing in centres.
You know, they're trying to win.
I get it.
Win games.
I understand. I understand. No one's being critical of them.
We pick apart their halves every week.
No one's being critical.
You're jumping in shadows here.
Well, you are, because you're saying it talks about the state of confusion of the joint.
Well, of
That's
course.
Critical.
Well, do you
That's
think,
being critical.
So do you think? Do
you not agree with what I just said?
No, but I'm saying you're saying we're not being critical. I'm saying you are being critical. I don't disagree with you.
No one's being.
But I'm saying you are being critical. You're saying there is a state of confusion. No. I don't disagree with you. But what I'm saying is you can't say I'm not being critical.
No one's
when
sitting
you
here
say
saying that they shouldn't have made the
confusion.
change because they needed to make a change because it wasn't working.
Yeah.
I know, I agree with you. But
So what are you arguing about?
Because you said we're not being critical.
Well, we're
and I'm
not.
saying you are.
I don't think we're being.
How can you say we're in a state of
It's not
confusion?
critical, really. They're stating the facts. The facts are, and Gus said it himself.
It's a critical fact.
Gus said it himself.
It's a critical fact.
Critical.
Gus said it himself. He goes, we got it wrong this year. We didn't know where the game was going. He said, he openly said it. He said, we just got it wrong about where we're going.
But I'm saying that is a criticism.
They're trying to find ways to win games this year.
You know what, Rudy?
What?
Thanks for the clarification. All right. Do you think it could be a long-term... I know we're kind of speculating around him being 6, 7, whatever. Could it be a long-term solution? Or, him at 6?
No, because Galvin's their long-term 6.
Yeah.
So that they need to find a 7. They've obviously got Mitch Woods, Conti there.
Yeah.
What if they finish
Galvin's
the
their
season with a
long-term
run of
6.
wins, though, Luke, and make the finals? I mean,
I think it'd be a mistake.
He's the
Even if they
one of
put
the
a-
best centres
if
in
they
the
put a run
world.
of,
Yeah.
if they win 8 of the next 10, make the
Yep.
finals, and win a couple of finals games, they're not going to win a grand final. Let's be honest. If they do that, how can you then turn around and go, well, that's not the way to go? Surely
because-
you have to.
Well, Gus has already said it. Galvin's the long-term 6. They've got a couple young 7s coming through the club.
You said
Crichton's the
Crichton's
best,
playing 7 anyway.
but he's the best. That's what I mean. Because they've decided to move Galvin to 6. Like they're not going to play Crichton at 7. He's not going to play.
I'm saying, what if they do get on a roll and win footy games with him playing 7?
Yeah, that will be great. And they've won 3 from their last 4, and it's a possibility that they can do that. And if they do that, they stick with it, obviously. But they, like you said, they can't win a grand final. And what is the goal of every team in this competition every year?
Or to win a grand final.
Yeah, so if you're saying that, then it's probably not the long-term
I
solution.
don't-
I'm saying
think
they
there's
can't win a
longe-
grand final this year because they're too far
But they
gone
could win it
already.
next year with him in the
Well,
halves.
I just think there's no longevity in it. Like I can understand why they don't. I'm not being critical. I can understand why they're doing it, but it's not the long-term
I
solution.
think
to
they
play
would
him in
agree
the
with
halves.
that. I actually think that their fans and their coaching staff would agree.
I think most people would. But what I'm saying is, what if they happen to string together a series of
You'd
wins?
say
be
awesome, we
amazing.
salvaged the
It'd be
season,
amazing.
Mate.
but we're not going to do it next
In
year.
what, 2023, we were in the same rut where we were at Melbourne. Joey Manu, we played him as a lock in attack, right? Yes, it was all well and good. We went on a big run into the finals and then got knocked out. And when we went in the pre-season, went, well, that's not sustainable. You go back and play centre.
Okay.
Well said, Luke.
Got me again, Luke.
Finally, you've put him in his box.
Great Queenslander. Thanks, mate.
I mentioned it earlier with Averillo. Tigers confirm his signature today. What are the details around this, Mick?
Yeah, 4-year deal for the Jake Averillo next season. It's big money. It's it's my understanding the Sharks, Dragons, even Manly had a look at him, but were blown out of the water by the Tigers' offer. I think it will average around $700,000 over the course of the 4 years. So in that last year, it will nudge that $800,000 mark. He'll play centre next year for the Tigers, but he's an option, long-term halves option at the club, considering that Jerome Luai is off to PNG after the end of the next season.
This is a really good deal for him. 4-year deal?
4-year deal.
And he has been prone to injuries and he's been at a few clubs and he's in the centres for, over $700,000 a year. That's pretty good money.
He's a good player, but when you talk
Very good
around
player.
price points, that's why the Dragons, Sharks and Manly said, probably not for us at that value.
He's played some 6, though.
Is he a replacement for Luai, do you think?
It's going to be interesting to see. Like, you bring him to the club, he'll play centre next year. He'll get to ease his way into it, but he's not proven to. He's not a proven NRL player at 6. Like we even said, he's probably not going to make this Dolphins side. It's going to be interesting. And Benji's probably looking at, he's a 5'8", so he's probably looked at him and gone, no, I can work with Jake.
A lot of faith from Benji, Reedy.
Yeah.